Russia has been losing on the battlefield, and it's becoming clear that Vladimir Putin is employing a new and cruel strategy in Ukraine. Make millions of civilians suffer by knocking out power, heat, and water as the freezing winter closes in. Russian strikes have destroyed 30% of Ukraine's power stations in about a single week. That's according to the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. We saw another barrage of missiles today targeting critical energy infrastructure across the country. This is a thermal power plant in Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, hundreds of miles away from the front lines. Just yesterday, Russia unleashed these, a swarm of kamikaze drones to dive bomb energy facilities throughout the city. The World Health Organization is now warning that the coming winter could be brutal for Ukraine and trigger a humanitarian crisis if people are not able to heat their homes. In some areas, every day is already a living hell. Reporter John Sparks from our sister network Sky News is in eastern Ukraine.
In the city of Bakhmut, some days are more difficult than others. Once home to 100,000 people, it's now a military objective in eastern Ukraine. The Russians creep closer every day. And this ambulance must deal with the consequences.
Okay, there's smoke at the end of the lane, or possible fire.
We follow the vehicle to the outskirts of the city. The paramedics find a woman lying on the ground. Her chest is bleeding, the tips of her shoes torn off. She calls out to her partner. This neighborhood has been pounded by the Russians, the front line just a few kilometers away. And as the crew treat their patient, another attack begins. We saw burning white phosphorus above us and felt the ground shake from multiple explosions. We ran for the car. We couldn't stay any longer. We've left the ambulance crew there with a woman suffered what looks like serious injuries. But that area came under attack, possibly from the air, maybe Grad missiles, we're not sure. But we couldn't stay. It just wasn't safe. This city has been broken, sliced and pummeled in less than a month. Nowhere is safe.
Okay, guys, pick up the speed. Let's go. Pick up the speed.
This car was hit by an artillery shell. The body of the driver consumed by fire. The Ukrainian army has retaken territory to the north and south, but the situation in Bakhmut is different. It's the site of some of the most ferocious fighting in this war. Russian intentions are written on the walls, an exhibition for everyone to see. John Sparks, Sky News in eastern Ukraine.